Welcome to the 11th round of WTSS Season 7. We're at the Nazareth Speedway in Pennsylvania. This track, while it may not look like a short track, it sure races like one. 0.946 miles here on this basically completely flat tri-oval short track. And Ryan Bolden is straight out onto the racetrack. Last race in Lime Rock Park, we saw a close battle to the finish between rookie Arnie Nugroho and Jeffrey Finguy, with Nugroho holding off the veteran to take the victory. Earlier in the season, we had the short track stretch, a run of 4 consecutive short track races in which we saw many faces keep returning back-to-back weeks up near the front of the field. It'll be interesting to see if any of them can get back into that mojo they had during those 4 races here at Nazareth.
Especially since there is going to be another short track next week.
Yes, there will be. First time on the board for Ryan Bolden at 28.84, but surely it's going to fall from there since he got a bit of traffic from William Duncan. And it looks like straight off the bat, I'm going to say it for the first time this race weekend, and probably not the last time, Roush Racing Enterprises probably have the strongest short track package of any team of the multi-car organizations in this entire series. That every single one of these short track races we've gone to this season, they have had at least 2 or 3 of their 4 cars up in the top 10, top 15 range. Even battling for the win on occasion, with Ryan Reed winning one of them. Roush goes even quicker, but Logan Hill jumps to the top now. So get used to seeing and hearing about those Roush Racing Enterprise cars throughout the weekend here at Iowa, or at Nazareth. Iowa, I meant to mention, was the only race of that stretch in which it really didn't seem like they were the best out of the group, but even then they still contended for the victory that day. Briefly, I saw Roberto Crown Jr. jump to the top, immediately usurped once again by Logan Hill in the 11. Times are falling quick, down to a 28.23 on the top of the scoring page. Chaos with cars leaving the pits right now, trying to get on a lap. Hill goes even quicker, so does Roush. 28.096 for the 11 car. And into the pits. Fresh off of setting the fastest time in the session, Logan Hill comes into the pits for what appears to be a tire change. And probably, I wouldn't adjust that car with how fast it's going. Shrimp Engritz, one of your early championship contenders this season, puts it up onto the provisional front row with a 28.140. Ryan Bolden gets the first sub-28 of the entire weekend. He's a driver who's absolutely needed a pick-me-up this season. And the 7-season veteran is on top with a 27.93. Tristan Wilhoit joins him on the front row in the 17. Maverick Motorsports have not had the strongest short track package. They've struggled a bit on these short track races, but they've got 3 cars up in the top 10 currently, with 5.5 minutes to go in qualifying. Alex Constantine, there he is. We hadn't mentioned him all session long, but one of the strongest drivers on all the short tracks up to this point in the season, puts it to the top of the board with 5 minutes to go, and is one of 4 drivers who have gotten a sub-28 as Jake Stavanaugh and Ryan Reed join Bolden and Constantine.
He definitely had issues with qualifying in the early parts of the season, but he's definitely gone better at it as the season has gone on.
Test car to the top of the board at 27.89. As we see Wilhoit peeling off to the pits right in front of him. 6 drivers have cracked the sub-28s, including Shrimp Engritz, who is second quickest provisionally right now. Times are still falling, and they're falling fast. I could easily see this session ending with 10 drivers in the sub-28 range. As we see Aiden Shepard improve up to 8th, which is now 9th, as Constantine goes back to the top, and Allison Figueroa joins the top 10 in 7th place. Elijah Innes pops up into the top 10 for what feels like the first time all season in a qualifying session. He's probably had one of the toughest rookie campaigns so far of our rookie class, our 11-car rookie class. Right up there with Chanarong Wangzuat in terms of the rookie who's had the most struggles to get adapted to this series. And Scott Roush, who was setting fast time after fast time to start the session off, is in 27th right now. Possibly with a bit of traffic from James Gibson, who himself is in 33rd. Constantine is in the pits for a tire change. Again, just like with Bolden or with Will Hoyt earlier, I would not adjust that car. Hu Ji-yeon goes 4th quickest. You wouldn't expect somebody from a South Korean touring car background to become a short track ace, but Hu Ji-yeon has made herself known in the short track scene the last couple seasons. She puts herself into the top 5. Bolden improves back up to 5th. Shepard puts it up into 6th, and just as I predicted, we have 10 drivers in the sub 28 second range with 3 minutes to remain. At the back of the field, I was just about to say the buzzword of the day is Roush Racing Enterprises being in the top 10, but one of their cars is second to last, only ahead of Mitchell Mark in the 28, who's having an off day so far in this qualifying session. But Tamura just improved to 39th. She was 40th a second ago. We're seeing more improvements.
Yeah, she's definitely been struggling this year.
I think definitely she probably had some traffic, maybe even in the form of Mitchell Carter, because the moment it looks to have gotten clear of it, she started to improve up the order to 25th now, as Logan Hill back to the top with a massive improvement, 700ths quicker than the 64, who is now jumped by 1,000th by Hu Ji-yeon to the front row. It's Logan Hill and Hu Ji-yeon on the front row currently. Oh, Tamura's flying now. She's really gotten into a rhythm with the rest of her Roush Racing teammates and is up into 15th now, looking to keep jumping up the order. The times just keep falling, and all that tells me is it's going to be an all-out push the whole way through the night here. It does not appear like we have any sort of tire wear to be spoken of. People are still finding times 13, 14, 15 laps into their runs. Now the top 13 positions have gotten into the sub 28 second bracket. And in 1 minute time, we will enter standby, and anybody who has started a lap will get their chance to finish one final push. And everybody else will have to settle with what they've got and what they've been able to deliver. See a bunch of people jockeying for track position in the dying stages of this session. Kyle Bisceglia set a 28.003, but he immediately found traffic at the end of the lap, the next lap. Constant cycling. Scott Roush has found clean air right at the end of the session. Is there any way he can jump up higher than 32nd and join his teammates in the top half of the field?
Ooh, yeah, RRE has been a bit regrettable this.
All right, standby has been hit. Final dying moments of qualifying. Mitchell Mark improves his time but stays dead last. It's a qualifying to forget. Scott Roush can't find a time. Stuck in traffic the whole session. He has to settle for 32nd at the very least. 3, 2, 1. I don't see anybody else out there improving except for a last gasp lap by Tristan Wilhoit to go up into 15th with a 27.99. But that's not the man we're focused on, because the one who's on pole position is the 11 of Logan Hill, ahead of Hujian, Alex Constantine, Cale Teskar Jr., and Shrimp Angrich, the top 5. Ryan Bolden, Chris Dodd, Yuki Tamura, Aiden Shepard, and Jake Stavina, the top 10. Patrick Smith, Ryan Reed, Alex Bignacco, Allison Figueroa, and Tristan Wilhoit, the top 15. The rest of your running order is as follows. A really difficult qualifying session for Mitchell Mark, one of your drivers up in that top 10 in the championship. Scott Roush and William Duncan, both drivers that usually run higher up the order on these short tracks. But on the flip side of things, a very welcome result for Elijah Innes to put it 19th place. Even a little victory is still a victory for him. Wong Zawat, another qualifying to forget in that 08. But out front, it's Logan Hill on the pole here at Nazareth. Let's get to the race.